This is the Sunday Gorilla Men's Bible Study. I'm your facilitator, Brother Thomas Lee Harris III, and today we are reading from a section of the Sunday Gorilla workbook called Life Lessons. And today's topic is Hip Hop is Dead, Life Lesson from a Sunday Gorilla. In the section of Life Lessons, we say that a wise man learns by making a mental note of the failures and successes from those who have gone before him. That same wise man references those notes throughout each day to help him avoid preventable errors of judgment and accidents. Also, he uses the notes to take advantage of prime opportunities and investments. The Sunday Gorilla Bible Study created this series of writings so that anyone following behind us, anyone coming behind me, such as my sons, my daughters, my peers, they could avoid making the same wrong decisions that I've made the past 20 years. And those 20 years I reference to as I became an adult. Graduated high school, from those years on. The experiences I share I like to compare them to a man that has fallen into a hole, a deep hole. And the man tells how he fell into the hole, what he did while he was at the bottom of the hole, how he got out of the hole, and what he did after getting out of the hole to prevent from falling back into the hole. Because mistakes are natural, but what I've learned, many critical errors could be avoided if prior knowledge of that subject was known. How I wish that I could have investigated my future with the information that my predecessors had left behind. And they did. I just refused to look at the information. Thus, I fell into the same holes, if not deeper holes, than they did. And this section is so that my life can be a lesson useful for those proceeding forward. Useful evidence for one's personal investigation into their own future. And I hope that's not too confusing. But just look at me, look at what I had done, so you don't have to go through the same pain. And on the subject of hip hop is dead, let me define hip hop. Hip hop, I'm not talking about the rhythmic tying together or poetic use of words. That's actually preaching. It's like a style of preaching. I want to clearly define hip hop as the culture, the actions that the individuals rapping these songs on the radio and the videos are talking about. The violence, the abuse of women, the abuse of self, the abuse of others, the abuse of the system. And truly, I have to validate, because like I told you, for 20 years I embraced that culture wholeheartedly. And there were times that I thought people were rapping or making songs about me. But I got 6 kids by 4 baby mothers. I was living that lie. I was that dude. I was in love with a stripper. And I blamed it on the alcohol. Come on now. But on a serious note, I listened and I became what the music were. And many of today's my peers in society, they are what the music is. So when I say hip hop is dead, I could go deeper to say hip hop has been dead. And God revealed that to me during my born again transformation process from His Word, the revealing of His Word. It revealed to me through Scripture. And I'll start with Scripture, John 10:10, that the thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and destroy. That's the devil. Jesus said that I have come that we may have life and life more abundantly. So when I look at the culture and the lifestyle, the life of hip hop, not the rhythmic poetic words, but the actual living of the words, is truly an attribute of the devil, being that he steals, kills, and destroys. And I want to also always back the saying up. If we're gonna say hip hop is dead, I have to back it up with Scripture. So we have John 10:10. But I'm going to start this first breakdown from the book of Galatians. Galatians 5:19. And I'm reading from the New King James Version. Galatians 5:19 reads, "Now the works of the flesh are evident, which are adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, lewdness, idolatry, sorcery, hatred, contentions, jealousy, outbursts of wrath, selfish ambitions, dissensions, heresies, envy, murder, drunkenness, revelry," which are wild parties. "In the like of which verse 21, "in the like of which I tell you beforehand, just as I told you in time past, that those who practice such things will not inherit the kingdom of God." Whew. The list, the characteristics of the flesh. We could take it song by song by song. Adultery, that get your girl. Fornication, the church hasn't preached it enough. Fornication is sex before marriage. God created the man and the woman like Adam and Eve for each other to be bound in a covenant. Not to sleep with as many girls as you can. You know, I qualify for that. I live that. Women, women, women. Sex, sex, sex. Totally disobedient to God. Uncleanliness. Lewdness. Right? Doing crazy things just to get attention. Idolatry. Worship of idols. Sorcery. Hatred. Contentions. Contention means you don't agree with nothing. Always disagreeing. Jealousy. Once what someone else got. Outbursts of wrath. Right? We hear about it, we see about it over and over again. Right? Those selfish ambitions, dissension, which is you can't get along, you disagree. Contention, always beefing. Heresies, can't agree with the church. Antichrist, basically what it is. Envy, wanting something that someone else worked for, but you want it anyway, and ain't willing to put in the work to get it. Murder, come on, hip hop. Drunkenness, come on, hip hop, and parties. That's Galatians 5:19. Go down the Billboard chart. Song for song for song. Hip hop is a ministry of death according to the scripture. Those are not attributes of God. We'll continue this. Thank you.